And Trump's more ahead than he's ever been. Fewer people think January 6th was any kind of what it was, as an assault on the temple of democracy. You want to say it's going the wrong way. It's not working. Everything that we're throwing is spaghetti at a wall, and none of it is sticking, me included. And it's hard when you're starting your 80th year, and you know, like anybody else, I have an opinion of myself, and the opinion I've come to is I don't matter. It doesn't matter. You can prepare, you can be on TV, or you can write pieces, you can have a YouTube channel, you can have a podcast, and nothing. And, you know, we got to try to think of something different, because what we're doing is really, really not working.
That was Democrat strategist James Carville having a nervous breakdown, and you can see why. This is the crowd that came out for a Trump rally over the weekend in freaking New Jersey, one of the bluest of blue states in the nation. Carville is reading the writing on the wall, and he's not the only one. More and more Democrats are finally realizing that no matter what they've done, no matter what, Trump is stronger today than he's ever been. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. And also, if you're looking to get out of your job in this economy and have considered maybe a business or franchise opportunity, but you were put off by the $1 million price tag, I recommend tapping into the parallel economy with your own online e-commerce store business and gain a life of freedom. My friend and fellow patriot, Alex Alberon, has a tremendous track record of building successful online businesses for Turley talkers in our community. And I'm so grateful to have him sponsoring this video today. He's a member of Trump's Golf Club, a close ally of President Trump's, and is a multi-million-dollar online entrepreneur. It's the real deal. Alex offers an amazing program where he will personally help you launch your own online e-commerce store. He'll help you with everything from selecting products, creating your store, marketing your products, and much, much more, all for a fraction of the cost to start a traditional business opportunity. Gang, turn your dreams into reality. Discover how you can apply your business ability and Alex's framework for online success to create a positive impact for you and your family. Book a free consultation call with Alex to learn more by clicking on the link below or by visiting alexalberon.com/Turley. Let's begin by taking a stroll through memory lane, shall we? August 8th, 2022. The FBI, weaponized by the Biden Justice Department, crossed the Rubicon by raiding former President Donald Trump's home, accusing Trump of improperly storing highly classified nuclear weapons documents. We were told almost instantly by the entirety of the legacy media that this all but doomed any hopes for Trump to come back to the White House. And then, of course, a year later, in April of last year, the ultra-corrupt Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg crossed the Rubicon yet again and actually indicted President Trump on 34 felony counts related to supposed hush money payment. And once again, even fellow Republicans like Paul Eddie Munster Ryan came out and said that this indictment had officially rendered President Trump unelectable. Even the otherwise conservative Washington Examiner published an article entitled, "No, Trump getting arrested won't help him win in a landslide." It was a radically dismissive piece that argued that the claims that were being made at the time by Elon Musk and Scott Adams that these arrests and indictments were only going to end up giving Trump a landslide win, that those arguments were just silly. They're just stupid. The indictments all but guaranteed Trump's electoral doom. And now here we are, just 6 months away from November, and virtually the whole of the Democrats and the legacy media are having a nervous breakdown. You saw it at the very beginning, that video clip of Serpent Head James Carville, right? He is literally beside him. He cannot believe this is happening. He cannot believe that Trump, after everything they threw at him, he cannot believe that Trump is actually stronger politically today than he has ever been. And Carville's hardly alone. Now CNN is sounding the alarm. CNN's Fareed Zakaria is the latest legacy media pundit to come out and blatantly admit this election is emphatically not playing out the way he thought. Let me stop you there. Let me translate that headline for you. This election is not playing out the way we in the legacy media scripted it to play out. We, the legacy media, had a very well thought out, choreographed script for how this election was supposed to play out. And we've been acting that script out 24/7 for nearly the last 2 years, ever since the Mar-a-Lago raid. We've been actively peddling every and all propaganda points pushed by the DNC and their blatant banana republic weaponized legalism. But it's not working! Trump's polls are up! They're not crashing like they were supposed to, like we told you they would. So now you got pundits like Fareed Zakaria coming out and openly hitting the panic button. Check it out.
I have to admit, none of this is playing out as I thought it would. Trump is now leading in almost all the swing states, but behind those numbers lie even more troubling details. As someone worried about the prospects of a second Trump term, I think it's best to be honest about reality.
Honest about reality. I need to be honest about reality. We're losing. We, the Democrats, we are losing this. If you are fledgling CNN audience members, if you thought that our lawfare tactics and election interference are working and that Biden is going to be able to skate by the way he did in 2020, I got news for you. It's not working.
I understand that polls are not always accurate, but in general, they have tended to underestimate Donald Trump's support, not overestimate it. I doubt that there are many shy Biden voters in the country.
Stop. Bingo. What do you know? A broken clock is right twice a day. Bingo. What Zakaria just said there is absolutely key. According to Rich Barris, the People's Pundit, Trump on average outperforms his polling by nearly 3 points. We saw that both in 2016 and 2020. Whereas Biden underperformed his polling by around 4 points in 2020. Trump is not just beating Biden in the polls in all swing states by substantial margins, by the way. What Zakaria is trying to get his dwindling audience to realize here is that that lead by Trump in all the polls isn't the worst news. The worst news is he's probably leading by a lot more.
The shift here is stark. On the question of who voters trust more to deal with the economy, Trump has a 22-point lead over Biden, according to an NBC poll from January. This marks a 15-point bump for Trump compared to the same poll in 2020. Perhaps this is because inflation is a far more pervasive problem than unemployment, affecting all Americans every day. Perhaps it's because people's views on the economy now are largely derived from their broader attitudes towards the candidates. But whatever the reasons, it's a stunning reversal in the midst of a relentless stream of good economic news. On cultural issues, Biden and Democrats benefit from the opposition to the Republican Party's position on abortion. But on the other great cultural issue, immigration, Biden is 35 points behind Trump as to who would handle it better.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. I mean, there it is right there. Trump is crushing Biden by double digits in the two most important issues facing voters today, the economy and illegal immigration. Those are the top two issues, and Trump is beating Biden in both by double digits. When it comes to the southern border, Trump is crushing Biden by over 30 points. Again, this is what Zakaria is trying to get across to his dwindling audience. You had better prepare yourselves. There's no coming back from numbers like this.
Meanwhile, Republicans seem to be uniting behind Trump. Whatever opposition he faced in the primaries has largely melted away. And the trials against him keep him in the spotlight, infuriate his base, who sees him as a martyr, and even may serve to make him the object of some sympathy among people in general who believe that his prosecutors are politically motivated. This happens to be true, in my opinion. I doubt the New York indictment would have been brought against a defendant whose name was not Donald Trump.
Oh, now you're telling us, eh? Now that the lawfare's not working. Now you're telling, I never thought this Manhattan indictment meant much. I didn't buy this from the beginning. Yeah, well, we on this channel said from the very beginning of this New York indictment, no one was going to buy this. The vast majority of the country was going to see this for what it is, a blatant attempt at weaponizing the legal system. That's important because concerns over a corrupt justice system are pervasive among the American electorate. The Trafalgar Group found that 79% of likely voters believe we live in a two-tier justice system that deliberately protects political insiders. That includes 77% of independents. 8 in 10 likely voters believe that we have a compromised justice system that operates by double standards. And I argue from the very beginning in all this, ever since Bragg indicted Trump, why should we think that a significant number of those concerned aren't going to be swayed over to Trump's side when they see such a blatant weaponization of the law? Remember, the Mar-a-Lago raid gave Trump a 10-point boost over DeSantis. This was doomed to fail from the very beginning. But then the doozy. Check out how Zakaria hammers the final nail in the Biden coffin.
The one that troubles me the most is on the question of who was the more competent. Joe Biden led Donald Trump by 9 points in 2020, but Trump now leads by 16 points in January 2024. That 25-point shift could be a reflection of people's sense that the president's age is affecting his capacity to govern. And there's very little that Joe Biden can do now to change that perception.
I've been saying that over and over again. This is Biden's Achilles heel. His age, his senility. This is Biden's Achilles heel. The reason for that's very simple. As Fareed Zakaria argues, the economy can change. His border policies can change. Biden's foreign policy can change. Any and every issue can change. It can be reversed. It can rectify itself, except his senility. His age and senility are the only things in the campaign that have no possibility of changing. This is his Achilles heel. This is what has Democrats up at night in a total panic. They know voters are not going to reelect a president they believe is not cognitively fit for the job. They know it. And now, as we're seeing on CNN, they're openly admitting it. Here's your opportunity to tell big tech tyrants where they can stick it. Click on that link below and download our brand new cancel-proof Turley Talks app, and you can sign our special declaration of restoration. That's our petition to big tech that declares a new day is dawned. They are no longer in control, and we are taking our nation back. We've already got over 1,000 signatures of courageous patriots, and yours is next. Click on that link below or go to fight.turleytalks.com right now.